Let's begin by offering a greeting to our beloved Chu parents, God and Chu parents. Please join me. 전진 참 부모님께 경배. 바로. Okay, now let's read pledge number 2, family pledge number 2, first in Korean and then in English. 이 천의국 추잉 우리 가정 참사랑을 진심하고 하늘 부모님과 참 부모님을 모시어 전주의 대표적 가정이 되며 중심적 가정이 되어 가정에서는 효자, 국가에서는 춘신, 세계에서는 성인, 전주에서는 선자의 가정의 노예를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. Family pledge number 2 in English. Our family, the owner of Cheon, pledges to represent and become central to heaven and earth by attending the heavenly parent and true parents. We pledge to perfect the dutiful family way of filial sons and daughters in our family, patriots in our nation, saints in the world, and divine sons and daughters in heaven and on earth by centering on true love. Okay, and now let us offer a morning prayer. And I'd like to invite, how about Ava Clark. Could you unmute and offer a prayer for us?
Good morning, Heavenly Parent. Thank you so much that we can gather every day together, be with you, that we can align our hearts and our minds and our spirits with your heart, with our true parents' heart, with the true purpose of our life. Heavenly Parent, we are so grateful for your unending love for us, that you never gave up and never will give up on any human being, and that you created such a beautiful ideal that is truly the world of freedom, peace, unity, and happiness. Heavenly Parent, we pray that you will speak to each one of us this morning, and that we can remember and stay connected and reconnect if we lose the connection, and really think of ourselves as your belonging, as your body, as your representatives, so that your love and your what you want to give to people will flow through us at all times. Please guide us and help us, and we want to offer this time together in gratitude in the name of Roy Neva Clark, Blessed Center Family, Aju.
Aju. Thank you so much for the prayer. And now let's go into some light stretches. Get the music going. Get our bodies awake. Start with some stretches. Let's stretch up. Hear the music. All right. And let's go to the right. All right, we got some techno music going on. Let's go to the left. And to the back. Oh, be careful, but stretch to the back. And for those who, yeah, you can stretch to the front or forward or down, whichever works. All right, let's take some deep breaths, 3 breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. Time, let's breathe in deep. Breathe out. Time, breathe in deeply, count of 5. And breathe out. Let's twist your right. Then to your left. Okay, and shoulders forward. Reverse. And finally, our necks. Turn your head to one side. Not turn it, but bend it. That side. Back. Forward. Our necks one way. Slowly. And reverse. Okay, and now let's shake your body. Last 10 seconds, whatever you need to get your energy going for the morning. Let's shake it, but careful, don't hurt yourself. And all right, good morning again, everybody. It's a new day. So yeah, let's go into our breakouts and share one or two appreciations for the day. And we'll see you back in a few minutes. Okay, welcome back, everyone. Hope you had a meaningful check-in. I was joined by two Japanese sisters, so we had our check-in in Japanese. That was interesting. But I'm gonna challenge them to report in English for the sake of everyone here. So let's see. Let's start with Hiroko-san from Colorado, I believe. 2 hours earlier than us. Please
Uh,
unmute. Yes.
Good
Go ahead.
morning, everybody. It's me. Yes, I was with Naokimi-kun when he was STF in Chicago. Hopefully he remembers me. But anyway, that's a different story. But yeah, my state already school started, but I have several children in a several school. Each one of them have a different school, like high school, middle school, and elementary school, and also college too. But anyway, yesterday all of them started. Usually, like school somehow start different days, but yesterday all of them started the school finally, and I asked them at the evening and look at time, like the gratitude, right? And they said they were kind of complaining, but in the end they said that theirなんだっけ appreciation point as they could go back to school. So I'm so happy for that. Okay, that's all. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Hiroko-san. She has 7 children from elementary school to college. 7 children. Amazing. I told her, congratulations. You've accomplished 50% of what mother did. All right. So on that note, let's go to the next sharer. And Tanimoto-san, please unmute and share.
Good morning. So today my gratitude is about the morning glory blooming. So every morning recently, my husband and I is watching how many blooming that the flower every morning at the morning glory. It's really blue, light blue. We call it the heavenly blue. But anyway, so every morning watching that how many flowers blooming. So it's like really elementary school's homework. Many Japanese could understand that kind of situation. But anyway, that morning glory was last year. My husband took that from that next farm. We have a big farm and next of our apartment. Then that is just, beside of that farms, they are growing with foxtail. It's just growing foxtail with growing foxtail. Then my husband cut off that one, then put in our vases in the water. Our vase in the water, then water in vase. then just living that a long time, then they made seeds. It made seeds. So that seeds I planted that this early summer. Then it's growing up again. So that's why we are so surprised about that. It's kind of like really that it's a principle creation. We feel principle creation that usually that all things is growing with only that principle. But that is really God's creation is so wonderful. We think about like that every morning. Yeah, thank you very much.
Wow, thank you, Mrs. N. Yeah, very simple, but I just felt creation happy and God joyful for hearing such a report. So I'm glad you could appreciate the morning glories. I remember doing that in Japanese school and elementary school. counting the morning glories and writing reflections on it. So brought back memories. Okay, with that, let's go into our reading of Mother's words this morning. I'd like to invite up Pastor Barbara Robertson.
Good morning. Yeah, let's read Mother's words. We are on page 16. Dr. Gupta is a scientist who, concerned over persistent food shortages, led the Blue Revolution. By developing fish farming technologies, he greatly contributed to relieving hunger among the poor by widely distributing these technologies in Southeast Asia and Africa. President Anand Tong is a leading global advocate for the intelligent preservation and management of the marine ecosystem. It is predicted that much of his nation of Kiribati could be submerged in less than 30 years due to the rising sea level. In the face of such a crisis, President Tong took the lead for protecting the ecosystem by creating the largest protected marine park in the world. For decades, my husband and I took on the task of ensuring that humanity moves into a future assured of abundant food supplies and pleasant, healthy environments. We advocated the free exchange of technology across national borders and shared our vision that the oceans are a gift from God and the ultimate source of the world's nutrition. Stable food sources and pure air, land and water are essential to world peace and the salvation of humankind. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so morning, what I'm kind of moved about this morning, well, first, we're reading this very short thing. And so sometimes I read it and I go, oh, okay, what am I going to say? But, I was listening to Reverend Dunkley's, some of his messages, and he was just saying, Mother has this huge experience and so much she wants to share. And then she just shares this small amount. So you can just really be sure that every word she says is packed with meaning and is there for a reason. So it just makes me dig, deeply into every word that Mother is sharing with us. And so she is talking about the winners of the Sangha Peace Prize, and the first one is Dr. Gupta. And in the previous paragraph, she was saying that the process was to select a righteous people who are achievement-oriented leaders. Why? Because 2 days before, she said the goal is to expand the scope of vocations that can herald the coming of peace. So when we think about people who, create things like fish farming or do the environment, we don't necessarily, it's like our true parents think about that as being connected to world peace, that those things are so precious because this is the way that God is expanding the vocations that, bring about the kingdom of heaven. So, Dr. Gupta is dealing with food shortages. He's from India. So this is like what True Father has been saying. Father's been saying about fish farming and the ocean is a way to deal with starvation. So I just brought up one of True Father's words. We have to realize that 60,000 people a day are dying every day of starvation. Think about the position of true parents. Shouldn't we worry about that? I am very concerned about it. We have to prepare to solve that situation. So when Mother selects Dr. Gupta to win the Sunhawk Priest Prize, it's like connected on so many levels to True Parents' Heart, right? So many levels. It's not just this is a good guy that somebody said, oh, we need to give a prize to someone, but it's really a deep thing that, this person is fish farming, which is something Father worked to develop all over the world. And when we're talking about the problems of the world yesterday, Mother said, fortunately, we have a deep moral sense and wisdom and practical methods by which we can work together to achieve God's ideal. So here we have Dr. Gupta, who's developed this beautiful fish farming and this beautiful practical method to bring about God's ideal. And then we move to the Republic of Kiribati. So Kiribati is this it's almost like, can't really call it an island nation. It's like a chain of islands in Micronesia, which is the region of Oceania, right? So there's like 32 atolls in the middle of the ocean. You have to kind of zoom in to see these kind of places. So, his island might be underwater in 30 years because of rising sea levels. So he doesn't just say, oh, that's the way he is. Actually bought another island over there from Fiji so that if they have to migrate, they can migrate with dignity, and his countrymen won't be left without a place to go and be like just refugees, climate refugees. And, again, Father is speaking about Oceania so many times. Why Oceania? Why Oceania? And in 1992, Father wrote a calligraphy and it said, the unified world begins in Oceania. So again, like here's this person, it's not just anybody, but this person who represents our true parents' dream, our true Father's words about where does peace begin? And finally, the oceans are a gift from God and the ultimate source of the world's nutrition. So, right, just the depth of the ocean, the depth of God's love, the depth of our true parents' love, and the depth of our true mother's connection to our true father's and true parents' vision. Letting me share this morning.
All right. Thank you so much, Pastor Barbara. So now let's go into our breakouts and share any insights that you had from the reading this morning and or the reflection from Pastor Barbara. See you back in a few minutes. Okay, welcome back, everyone. Hope you had a good discussion. I'd like to invite Hiroko Hiroi, to share her reflection from this morning.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. Okay. Today's reading hit me that the DP we always share interdependence and mutual prosperity and universally shared value. That's I like it. But reality, this society is wealthy people is getting more wealth, and the poor people is getting much poorer. That's the current situation. And the wealthy people, let poor people suffer with their wealth. It's really, really no good. But this mother's says reading, like mother chose one scientist and he shared technology and invention discovery to East Asia and Africa, which are very poor nations. Oh, that's so beautiful. Yeah, I like it. And also I like to listen Naokimi-san's reflection. It's very great. I agree with and I admire. Yeah, if you can do it, share it with everybody.
All right, thank you, Hiroko-san. She's also doing part MC today, so I'll be sharing my reflection. Yes, yeah, a couple thoughts. I put it in the chat, but the free exchange of technology, this was the first thing that stood out to me this morning. And the reason is I thought about Tesla. You know, the Tesla auto company, they share the battery technology freely. And normally in business, you don't share your technology because you spent a lot of money in research and development and you use your new technology as an advantage to make profit. But for some reason, Elon Musk was inspired to share the technology to advance the development of electric vehicles because they have a mission beyond profit, which is to, the advancement of clean energy. And for some reason, not only is the industry advancing in leaps and bounds, but they're quite profitable. Tesla, the company, is doing quite well. So I just felt it's an interesting, counterintuitive, of course you have to have good leadership, but by sharing the best technology, they're also reaping the benefits of success. So I thought that's an interesting test case to study because it's following the principle and also showing the good results from it. The other thought that really stood out was this point that Mother makes about stable food sources and pure air, land, and water being essential to world peace and the salvation of humankind. And the thought that occurred to me was there's one church called Liquid Church, and they have as part of their mission to provide clean water to communities and other countries. And they're growing also very dramatically in terms of success, growth, and participation numbers. And I just felt like, yeah, even our own community, we have such amazing words and guidance, but what are we doing to actually contribute to the environment, creating pleasant, healthy environments? So I felt like there's a lot we can learn from others around us in practicing the teachings and guidance of our true parents better, so that we become really a resource and a benefit to society beyond sharing of our truths. And of course, the most essential thing is the blessing, but also Mother's not just talking about the blessing, she's talking about substantial change of the environment for the sake of a peaceful world. So those were two thoughts that occurred from this morning's reading. Thank you for listening. Okay, so with that, we do have a few announcements. Yeah, all announcements, please take a look at the group chat. There is the registration finally available yesterday for the Rebirth Workshop coming to Subregion 1, hosted by Clifton Family Church. So please make sure you register. Seating is limited. It is only 300. First 300 that register will be allowed to attend this time. So make sure you register, and those who you know you want or you feel would benefit greatly from participating, please encourage them to register as well. A few more announcements, but you can just take a look at the group chat. And now I'd like to pass it on to Pastor Tecnino to lead us in the Chunshim One prayer.
Yes, thank you, Pastor Timmy. Yes, thank you. Let's pray. Finally, we received the registration link. So please go to start to register online. And so tomorrow is the Chonshim International Prayer Vigil. So we are welcome all members come to the prayer vigil. And this week we have 3 our members passed away, including 1 second gen. So tomorrow night we have a prayer viewing for Mrs. Hideko Luis. So if you are here nearby, so please come to the Christian Church. So today I like to invite Mr. Reverend Luke Higuchi as a representative prayer.
And good morning, everyone. Please join me in prayer. Dear Heavenly Parents, to the parents, good morning. You have been waiting us to connect with you as a human being long time. Now, because of True Parents' victory, we received Chonshim each area. We're going to increase more and more for our future human being connect with you through the Chonshim and this great gift from Mother, starting from Las Vegas and all over the state, all over the area, and we really need to resonate with you to become one with God and True Parents. Also connected with the champion. And every Friday we have the prayer live stream. All over the world gather together and shouting and connecting with you. That's a wonderful opportunity to us to connect you through the Chonshim prayer. Thank you. Really appreciate, grateful this time. Our brother, sister, pray together. All the investment from our heart, and we can really connect with you on this morning. And then we're starting the day with you and then connect, talk to you and getting answer directly from you. Thank you. All the care and the love, we really appreciate starting with this Chonshim prayer. Really resonated this from bottom of our heart to you and all the brothers and sisters together. I pray my name, Luke Higuchi, blessed family.
Jews. Let's go into our unison prayer, brothers and sisters, for 3.5 minutes.
We actually feel like embracing us through culture, through the teachings of your Paul.
Technology beyond borders and not just
been working towards. Feel so blessed to have communication in order.
can't wrap their minds around some of this stuff, so this just
Given Jesus,
they're welcome to help us stay natural borders with not the foundation that came upon the sacrifice that people in Easter made for me to be here as a child. Listening to your voice, referencing children. You're so precious. Your tradition of me down
Jew. Thank you, everyone, for joining today's Cheon prayer vigil. I hope you have a wonderful day. One just short inspiration that came in prayer was that we are freely sharing spiritual technology. So based on our own development, research and development of God's word and applying it into our own lives, we can share that freely with someone today. So let's keep that in mind and have a wonderful, fruitful day. We'll see you again tomorrow. Take care, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you very
Bye,
much.
Sherry.
Borders.
Bye, everyone. Thank you so much
Good
for
morning.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pastor Timmy.
Thank you, Pastor
We
Barbara.
appreciate everyone.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Yes, beyond
Pastor
borders.
Nakmi.
Love you all.
Hi, Tamalina.
Good morning, everyone.
Wonderful day.
Medsan.
Thank you, thank
Good
you.
morning.
Beyond borders.
Bye, Ma.
Share, share, share. Yes.
Mariko-san, ohayou gozaimasu.
Ohayou gozaimasu.
Have a great day.
Thank you. Now, great day.
You guys.
Hello, Valentina. Bye.
Have a good
Ahiko-san.
Have a good day.
wonderful day, everybody.
Bye, Rennie.
God bless
Have
you
a
all.
wonderful day.
She looks very young.
Kylie.
Mariko.
Everybody.
Mariko-san.
Okay, we will close the Zoom room in 5 seconds. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Have a nice day.